So this is going to be one of those videos where it may not be as popular, but you're going to learn what the Most High is really like. We've been fed this fake narrative by so many of these preachers for so many years, if you're as old as I am, and have heard these people talk about the Most High, and then when you read the Bible, they're not talking about the same person. The Bible is full of stories. These stories is how we learn about the Most High. How we learn about him is by reading about him. I know we want to believe that we hear from him every day, but we do not. Even the people who are way more worthy than any of us today heard from him only a few times. So let's start today by reading Joel chapter 3 verse 1. For behold, in those days and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And I would plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. In Joel chapter 3, 1 and 2, the prophet Joel speaks of a future time when he will once again bestow his blessings on his people. At the same time of this restoration, Elohim declares an intention to gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. In this place, Elohim will hold the nations accountable, judging them for their mistreatment of his people, Israel, and for the division of his land. Right now, the land that the Most High gave to the Israelites is divided into many parts. It's not just the Palestinians and the Jewish people. There are many nationalities that hold these lands that they do not belong to. These verses in Joel highlight the themes of restoration, divine justice, and Elohim's commitment to his people and his land. So here's the thing. How is the Most High going to accomplish this? How is he going to bring the nations down into the valley of Jehoshaphat? What we do is look back at how the Most High handled these situations in the past. Does he just go all in and take quick action? Sometimes. But his preferred approach is to be more of a planner, carefully considering his moves and going for calculated steps when the stakes are high. I'm about to read a lesser known story about how the Most High brought down powerful people in the past. So let's start by reading 1 Kings chapter 22 verse 2. And it came to pass in the 3rd year that Jehoshaphat the king of Judah came down to the king of Israel. And the king of Israel said unto his servants, Know ye not that Ramoth-Gilead is ours, and we be still, and not take it out of the hand of the king of Syria? And he said unto Jehoshaphat, Wilt thou go with me to battle to Ramoth-Gilead? Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, I am as thou art, my people as thy people, my horses as thy horses. In 1 Kings chapter 22 verse 2 and 4, at this point the nation of Israel is split, 2 kingdoms. You have a king of Israel and a king of Judah. King Jehoshaphat of Judah meets the king of Israel, Ahab, in the 3rd year of the period of peace. In the past, Israel and Judah were at war, but in this period that they are at peace, and Ahab expresses his desire to retake the city of Ramoth-Gilead from the Syrians, emphasizing that it rightfully belongs to Israel. He seeks Jehoshaphat's support in his military endeavor. Jehoshaphat responds positively, expressing solidarity and willingness to provide his military support, aligning his resources and people with those of Ahab for this impending battle. Now let's continue reading verse 5. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, of the word of the Most High today. And then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, Shall I go to Ramoth-Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go up, for the Most High shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And Jehoshaphat said, Is there not a prophet of the Most High besides, that we might inquire of him? In 1 Kings 22 verses 5 through 7, King Jehoshaphat of Judah urges King Ahab of Israel to seek guidance from the Most High before they proceed with their plan to battle for Ramoth and Gilead. Ahab gathers about 400 prophets. All of them assure him of victory in battle. But however, Jehoshaphat knows that these are not the prophets of the Most High. So he's seeking a true word for the Most High and questions the validity of these prophets because he knows that these 400 men are not the Most High's prophets. So he asks if there's another prophet of the Most High that they can consult. Verse 8, And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, There is yet one man, Micaiah the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Most High, but I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, Let not the king say so. Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, Hasten hither Micaiah the son of Imlah. And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat the king of Judah sat each on his throne, having put on their robes, in a void place in the entrance of the gate of Samaria, and all the prophets prophesied before them. In verses 8 through 10, King Ahab reluctantly acknowledged the existence of one prophet, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, who can inquire of the Most High. However, he expresses his dislike for Micaiah, claiming that Micaiah only prophesies bad outcomes for him. Jehoshaphat encourages Ahab not to speak negatively of the prophet and insists on hearing from Micaiah. After this, Ahab sends an officer to bring Micaiah to them. Meanwhile, the two kings, Ahab of Israel and Jehoshaphat of Judah, are seated on their thrones in their royal robes at the entrance of the gate of Samaria, and other prophets are prophesying before them. Let's continue with verse 13. And the messenger that was gone to call Micaiah spake unto him, saying, Behold, now the words of the prophet declare good unto the king with one mouth. Let thy word, I pray thee, be like one of them, and speak that which is good. And Micaiah said, As the Most High liveth, what the Most High said unto me, I will speak. So he came to the king, and he said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go up to Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he said unto him, Go and prosper, for the Most High shall deliver it into the hand of the king. In these verses, the messenger advises Micaiah to echo the positive prophecies of the other prophets for the king's benefit. Micaiah vows to speak only the truth. Upon meeting the king and being asked to go to battle, Micaiah initially gives a seemingly comforting response, similar to the other prophets' positive predictions. Verse 16, And the king said unto him, How many times shall I adjure thee, that thou tell me nothing but which is true in the name of the Most High? And he said, I saw all Israel scattered on the hills, as a sheep that have no shepherd. And the Most High said, These have no master, let them return every man to their house in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil? King Ahab knows that Micaiah is lying to him, so he insists on hearing the true word of the Most High. Then Micaiah reveals a vision of Israel scattered and leaderless, indicating defeat and disarray, which he interprets as a message from Elohim advising the people to return home in battle. If they have no master, it means that Ahab is dead. Ahab, feeling vindicated in his mistrust of Micaiah, comments to Jehoshaphat that Micaiah never prophesies anything good about him, but only evil. Verse 19, And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Most High. I saw the Most High sitting on his throne, and the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Most High said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit, and stood before the Most High, and said, I will persuade him. And the Most High said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. Go forth, and do so. Now therefore, behold, the Most High hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Most High hath spoken evil concerning thee. But Zedekiah the son of Kenaiah went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek, and said, Which way went the Spirit of the Most High from me to speak unto thee? In verses 19 to 24, the prophet Micaiah shares the vision he had of the Most High's council in heaven, where a plan is devised to lead the king of Ahab to his death. In the vision, Elohim is depicted as sitting on his throne, surrounded by a heavenly host. The Most High asked the question, who is able to persuade Ahab to go to Ramoth Gilead, where he will ultimately die? Various spirits present their different strategies until one spirit offers to be a lying spirit in the mouth of Ahab's prophets, ensuring Ahab will be deceived and go to battle. The Most High acknowledges that this is the best plan that he has heard to this point, and Micaiah reveals to the gathered assembly that the Most High has allowed a lying spirit to influence Ahab's prophets as a judgment against Ahab, predicting his downfall or death. This passage illustrates a divine judgment against Ahab, revealing how his own deception and rejection of the truth will lead to his downfall. It also highlights the tension between true and false prophecy, as well as consequences of ignoring the Most High's warnings. Just like today, the majority of preachers will not tell you the truth. They will tell you what they think you want to hear. The important part of this story is spirits that are sent to the false prophets were sent by the Most High, just like it could be today. I want you to think about that for a minute. I understand that many people hold the belief that evil spirits roam freely, pursuing their own agendas. However, when we consult the scriptures, this notion doesn't align with its teachings. There isn't a devil on one shoulder and an angel on another, often contrasting guidance. In reality, these spirits operate under the direct control of the Most High, carrying out His will. So to put a bow on this story, let's jump to Chronicles 18:28. Chronicles and the Book of Kings are the same stories, but Chronicles may have details that Kings doesn't have, and Kings will have some details that Chronicles don't have. To find out what happened, let's jump to 2 Chronicles chapter 18 verse 28. So the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat the king went up to Judah to Ramoth Gilead. In other words, they didn't heed the warnings of Micaiah. They did what they wanted to do anyway. Verse 33, and a certain man drew a bow at a venture and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. Therefore he said unto the chariot man, turn thine hand that thou mayest carry me out of the host, for I am wounded. And the battle increased that day. Howbeit the king of Israel stayed himself up in his chariot against the Syrians until even, and about the time of the sun going down, he died. Now let's jump to 2 Chronicles chapter 19 verse 1. And Jehoshaphat the king of Judah returned to his house in peace to Jerusalem. And Jehu the son of Hanani the seer went out to meet him. And he said to King Jehoshaphat, should you help the ungodly and love them that hate the Most High? Therefore wrath is upon thee from the Most High. So Jehoshaphat was punished for helping someone who hates the Most High, the way many of us today are being punished for helping people who hate the Most High. But because there were good things found in Jehoshaphat, he was spared and allowed to make it back home in peace. To sum this all up, the Most High will use evil spirits to provide detrimental advice. This is his MO and the means through which he will initiate the final conflict. He will utilize these spirits to offer ill-advised counsel to present-day leaders, ultimately leading to the onset of the final war. As it is written, it will be done. Jeremiah 49 verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Most High of Hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? The Most High is causing chaos everywhere you look. Common sense appears to have vanished, and it seems like he's leading all nations into a conflict at this juncture. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.